Sunday, December 27th, 2020. This wonderful year we've had is almost over. I'm pretty sure everybody's just excited about that as I am, that this shit's finally gonna go away. Well, 2020 anyways. I don't know what else to do. I'm pretty much fucking fed up with this nonsense. And it just, I want to talk about today a little politics, a little holiday shit, and I'm going to start with the politics because I think politics plays a huge role in what went down. The Christmas morning bombing in Nashville, Tennessee. Excuse me, I got my notes over here so I don't forget where my head is at. You know what I mean? Christmas morning, 6:30 a.m. Police get a call or some shit to go downtown Nashville. There's a bomb's gonna go off. There's a recorded message playing from an RV that's parked there to evacuate the area. Bomb's gonna go off in 15 minutes. A little after 15 minutes, fucking thing goes off. Destroys buildings, other vehicles around it. No first responders were hurt, thank God. But apparently they found human remains there. I'm hoping it was a suicide bomber, that they blew themselves to fucking pieces, because if that's the case, they deserve it. But it makes me wonder, though, why on Christmas Day morning, and all I can say is, all the shit that's going on in D.C., still election bullshit. Trump's not packing his bags anytime soon. Biden's getting ready to move in. And still no deal on a COVID relief package that they were supposed to release. They wanted to give the American people fucking peanuts and give foreign countries billions of dollars. So do they need something to take the focus off of all the nonsense that's going on right now in D.C.? I'd say yeah. And conspiracy theorists might say that the bomb was set off to take the focus off of D.C. Now, I'm not saying that either side fucking planted it. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you have lunatics out there who believe certain things and they're like, fuck it. Let's go cause some mayhem. We'll get the focus off of D.C. We'll put it on us for a while. They say they have people in mind they're looking at for it. Whatever. It's all bullshit, and I think that politics has something to do with it. And a logical thinking person might say, look at all the shit that's going on since last March when this virus kicked off. Nothing but politics. The numbers are sky high. Positive cases, fucking jacked up. And if you believe the numbers, then that's fine. Quite frankly, I don't. I think it's all motivated by money. Just like the rush to get the vaccine out there, I think it's motivated by money. And it's funny because yesterday I was looking at CNN and they reported that researchers at Johns Hopkins University released some data they've been tracking since last March, and it states that 1 in 1,000 Americans died from COVID-related symptoms since March. True or false? Who knows? You would hope that the researchers are going to tell the truth, but that depends on who's paying them, right? I think that it's close to that. I don't know. I mean, in my state, they say 18,000 people passed away. At one point, we were getting 1,000 positive cases a day. And it's funny because this state, Rhode Island, is so small, and you only know a few people that tested positive. They weren't sick. They had no symptoms. A couple of days later, they test negative. So you don't even know if the tests are accurate. But those numbers are kind of crazy. I mean, 1 in 1,000? Come on. It's one party against the other to rush to say, we saved everybody because we got the vaccine out So, but before the vaccine comes out, we got to make sure the numbers are high enough so the money keeps flowing to the pharmaceutical companies to get this thing, the right pharmaceutical companies. Just like any other big business, it's all about money. It's politics and money. I think the focus needs to be on moving the fuck out of 2020 and going into next year with a positive mindset. And I'm as negative as can be most of the time, but I can't even be negative anymore. It's just so depressing. I mean, you just got to say, what the hell? And just go on, right? Hope that next year brings good things. This pandemic slows down. People start going about their daily lives again. We need to do that. What else are we going to do? It's bad enough that our kids still have to go to school online and they're missing milestones in school. No proms, no graduations, no celebrations, no nothing. What the hell is that? And nothing we can do about it because the powers that be tell us they can't go to school. How about this? How about testing the kids every week in school, right? To make sure nobody's got it. That might be a possibility. Let these kids go to school for the, until they graduate and get this computer shit over with, because some kids don't do good on the computer learning. As far as I'm concerned, some kids need the in-person teacher, face-to-face. Looking at a computer screen, quite frankly, would make me fall asleep half the time. But that's just me. I was never a school fan anyways, but I did what I had to do. So anyways, the bomb goes off. Police respond. Buildings are destroyed. There was an AT&T communications center there, and they lost a lot of cell service in other states too. And it's funny, I saw something that said they're doing an audit of Dominion voting machines, whatever Dominion voting machines are. I have no fucking idea. And it seems that AT&T might be one of the companies that, from what I read, is going to get the contract to do this audit. Coincidence that the bomb went off in front of an AT&T communications center? I don't know what a communications center would have to do with an audit. They say it was just where the signals were based and and shit like that, but I mean, come on. All of a sudden, I mean, something had to happen, right? There's no protests. Nobody's protesting since Biden got elected. Everything's quiet. Congress is still fucking around, begging Trump to leave the White House. And I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Biden fan. I don't give a shit either way right now. I just want somebody in there to do the fucking right thing for once. For the people. These congressional people, if you saw that package, they're giving billions of dollars away to foreign countries. What the hell is that? They don't want to take care of the people who elected them. They don't want to take care of them. They want to take care of foreign countries. The United States is the fucking ATM for all these countries. I saw like $1 billion for Egypt. What are they doing? Redoing the pyramids? $1 billion. Ungodly amount, millions of dollars to Burma. What the hell is Burma? I don't even know what Burma is. Pakistan's getting millions of dollars. There was a whole list. And at the bottom of the list, it was American people, $600. Trump gets all bent out of shape. He starts whining. These people deserve $2,000, $4,000 a couple. Okay. And Her Highness Pelosi decides that she's going to go on TV now and say, absolutely, my people are going to back that, no problem. And then the other side, the Republicans, say, no, absolutely not. They don't want to give you nothing. They want you to struggle. They want you to suffer. They want you to do what they tell you to do, and that's it. And I'm looking at this, and it's like, what have they really done since this thing started? Nothing. They had one package. They threw people $1,200. That's not even enough to pay most people's rent or mortgages today. Come on. But they do nothing. Absolutely nothing. For 4 years, they did nothing but try to get rid of Trump. They didn't do it. And all of a sudden, the election comes. Biden wins huge, millions and millions of votes. Quite frankly, did he get so many votes that he was the largest vote getter in the history of a presidential election? So they say. I gotta say no. But that's just me. That's what I think. But forget that for a minute. Nothing good came out of this from March. And nothing good is still happening. The thing is still around. Although, I will take that back. I did see that cases are starting to drop now. Well, is that because the holidays are over? Which would be odd. Why would they want the cases to be high during the holidays? Maybe so the almighty politicians can tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go with your family. And that's all over now. So now it's going to calm down now. It's either that, or they're going to go around and say a lot of people are getting this vaccine and it's working. That'd be great if the vaccine was working, right? I don't know anybody who got it yet. I see politicians on TV getting it because they fucking need it before a nurse or a doctor or a cop or a firefighter or anybody who's been working through the whole thing. You work in a supermarket, you work in a restaurant, any joint that's been open, these people should get a vaccine, right? Because they're dealing with people day in and day out. What the hell are politicians dealing with? Nothing. They're not out there working. But they're on TV. Look at me. I got my vaccine. I'm protected now. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit that you got your vaccine. So don't throw it in people's faces. How about doing something to help everybody? Fucking do something. Because no one cares about you personally. Really. Half the people might say, oh, the politician loves, oh, thank God my senator got it. What? What do you mean, thank God your senator got it? What has he done for you? What'd you do, put a sign in your front yard with his name on it? Get the hell out of here. People are nuts, and they need to start waking the fuck up and realizing that if this shit continues into next year, we're going to have another 2020 on our hands. They're going to want to tell you when you can come and go, where you can go, where you can't go. And they're going to put more people out of work, and they're going to close more businesses because they don't want to help anybody. They don't want to fund anybody. Billions of dollars was given out during the first relief package. In my state, a shit ton of small businesses went under. They got nothing. Nothing. What happened? Where'd the money go? You'll never know the truth. They say they gave it out, but I think that's bullshit. But that's the world we live in. So, like I said, I think staying positive right now is the thing to do. And I'm giving it a shot to say that, you know what, something good's going to happen in 2021. People are going to start going back to their normal way of living, and everything will be kosher. But I don't know if everybody can think that way. We just obviously have to wait and see. What else did I see? I saw that they still, Trump is still fighting this election. He's claiming he won by a landslide. And now the inauguration is when? January 20th. Today's December 27th. Shouldn't he stop packing his bags? Maybe. If you're a Trump fan, you'll say no, and that's great. But just stop this nonsense. If you lost, you lost. Admit it. Own up to it. and move the fuck on. No one cares. We need somebody to go in there, and quite frankly, I don't think it's Uncle Joe, but we need somebody to go in there and do something that is going to help this country. It's going to help the citizens of this country, and stop all this bickering and this bullshit. Because you see it everywhere. Wherever you live, the local level, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. All they want to do is do for themselves. So we're going to wait and see what the outcome is in Nashville. If they ever come to some, or if they ever have an idea of who did this, was it a suicide bomber? Was it politically motivated? Or was it just some fucking nitwit who had nothing better to do, so they thought they'd blow up an RV? And it's pretty obvious that it wasn't set to injure people, because it was 6:30 in the morning on Christmas Day, and everything was closed. There was no people around, no tourists around. So you could pretty much surmise that it was set to destroy property. Okay? Again, AT&T Communication Center, property. Think about it. Think about it. It may be a coincidence. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with it. And you can look at every different news channel. Everybody's saying something different. And I always say this too. We'll never know the truth because they all fucking lie. They lie. These politicians got nothing good to say. They say what they think people want to hear, and it's all bullshit. So I'm going to end this today. I know it was all over the place. I just wanted to come on and babble for a few minutes, because since Christmas morning I've been thinking about this, and I've been looking it up and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and nobody seems to have any answers yet, although it's still early in the investigation. But it looks like a freaking war zone. I'm going to show you a video of downtown Nashville. Shit's destroyed down there. So hopefully they get a handle on that and figure out who did it, why they did it, and what it's all about. So we got a few more days left to 2020. New Year's Eve is next Thursday. And we go into 2021 on Friday at midnight on Thursday. So how about this? We keep our fingers crossed. Try to think positive and try to have positive outlook on what's going to happen next year. That we can have a better year. Everybody go back to some form of normalcy in our lives. I think that would be fucking awesome. Travel again or do whatever. I myself have a trip planned, and I plan on taking it, and I'll wear the fucking mask on the plane. I don't give a shit. And I think we're going to be wearing masks for the rest of our lives anyways. If anything bad comes next year out of all this shit this year, I'm pretty sure we're always going to have a mask. So you could design your own mask. Get your name on it. The girls, my daughter will be bedazzling masks. She's into that diva shit. But if that's what you got to do, if that's the worst thing you have to do is wear a mask, fuck it. Wear the mask. As long as we can live our life. Wear it, go where you got to go, and do what you want to do like you always did. That's all. That's all people want. People want to get back to normal living. So let's see what happens next week. And I'm certainly fucking hoping that 2021 brings good shit. I really do. I mean, not that I do much of anything, but just knowing that you can if you want to. If you want to go to a hockey game at the Dunk or at the Boston Garden or anything. You want to go do something. And you know you can do it. You put your mask on and you can do it. So that's what I'm shooting for. I hope everybody does also. And I'm going to go now. Thank you for listening to my babble today. And if you like what I talked about, if you understood what I talked about, because I know it was all over the place, and I apologize for that, but the wheels are spinning. Drop a comment to me. I'd like to know what you think about everything that's happened, everything that's going on, and what do you think 2021 is going to be like. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you subscribe and tap that like button if you like the video. That will help my channel grow. And with your help, I think my channel could definitely grow. So that's all for today. If I don't talk to you before next week, I hope you all have a happy new year. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care.